Yo, what's up? It's your boy, I Know Mercy, the Mad Hatter of Video Reviews. Well, a new console cycle has finally begun. PlayStation 4s and PS1s, which again is still a really fucking stupid name, have been shipped worldwide and people are buying it up like crazy. Me, myself personally, I'm not getting either. At least not for a while. I will eventually get a PS4 in maybe a year or so, but only because the launch of any console is usually far inferior than any version that comes out later. I would assume that that in about a year or so, the PlayStation 4's memory will be far expanded, and will probably have a lot of more features added to it. Speaking of which, something I've noticed a lot of people talking about lately is a day one patch for the PlayStation 4. And it's really quite helpful. I actually looked up what the patch is online, and I've actually done some research on what this patch is. And by research, I mean I looked it up on Google and clicked on the first link I thought would give me any kind of real explanation for it. Yeah, I suck at research, so the fuck what. Anyway, apparently, when you download this new patch, you will be able to have remote play and second screen features with the Vita, able to record, upload, and broadcast gameplay and screenshots onto the internet, as well as have others spectate others. You will also be able to play while downloading, make use of party chats, and have facial recognition for the new PlayStation camera. You will also be required to download the patch if you want to play online or play Blu-rays and DVDs. It also lets you play background music while you're playing your console. Isn't all that great? Here's a little question though. Weren't those things that the PlayStation was supposed to do anyway? Why the fuck are we patching this thing to get features that were supposed to be on the fucking thing when we got it? And being able to play games while you're downloading? And party chats? Are you fucking kidding? How is that not the first thing you put into a console when you're making it? For fuck's sake! Do you see what the problem is here? Why the fuck would they leave out features on the PlayStation 4 that everyone's going to want? And then to give the people what they want, they have to download it. Why the fuck isn't this shit just in there from the beginning? Why the fuck do we have to download it? And this is the fucking reason why I'm not getting a PlayStation 4 until at least next year. Maybe a year and a half. Because I know for a fact that all of this shit that is supposed to be on the fucking PS4 will actually be on future releases of the PS4. This is bullshit! Why the fuck is anyone getting this? Oh, God! And just ignoring the fact that some of the few games that I actually want to be on the PlayStation 4, namely Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy 15, aren't coming out for another year. At least. Kingdom Hearts probably about it maybe 2 years, I don't know. I don't care. The fact is these patches are absolute fucking bullshit. Why aren't these things on here the second you open the fucking box and turn the fucking thing on? This doesn't make fucking sense! Why would you force people to download things that are supposed to be on the fucking console to begin with? I was actually talking to my friend about this a while ago. And I've come to a startling and fucking horrifying revelation about the nature of the AAA industry. Everyone knows about the bugs that plagued both Rome Total War 2 and Batman Arkham Origins. This, along with those, made me realize something. At some point in the very near future, it is entirely possible that game designers are going to stop debugging their games before release. I would not be surprised if this actually happens within the next year or so. Why the fuck do they need to debug games before releasing them when they can just patch the games months after they're released and get more of your money? Ugh. It's just... honestly, God, I would not be surprised if they did this. Not one bit. It completely falls in line with everything that has happened this past console generation. One thing that has always pissed me off about the last generation of console games was Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm not saying that Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was bad. I like Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I like the character rosters, I like the combos, I like the hyper combos, I like the spectacle and all that shit and everything, but oh my god, that game was fucking unfinished! It had virtually no extra modes on it. It didn't even have a story mode. For fuck's sake, you have Marvel characters interacting with Capcom characters. Why the fuck wouldn't you put a story to that? They fucking did, actually. There was the fucking comic book that was on the game that you could read that had the Marvel and the Capcom villains working together and the heroes meeting up and fighting. Why the fuck wasn't there a story to this game? But it's not Marvel vs. Capcom that really pissed me off. The fact that it virtually had no extra features beyond arcade mode and versus, what the fuck ever. Okay, fine. But what really pissed me off was Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. What the fuck was that? It was a retail game that was nothing more than a fucking character bundle. All it did was add 12 extra characters to the roster and spectator mode. It had a spectator mode which probably should have been in the game in the first fucking place. Why the fuck did they release a full $60 retail game for a fucking character bundle? But you know what? That is the only reason why patches and downloads work. Marvel vs. Capcom had some balancing issues. Everyone knows that Phoenix was completely broken. Everyone knows that there were balancing issues in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 fixed all that, added a few new moves and features and shit, but that did require a $60 retail release. You could have fixed all that in a patch. You didn't need to sell a completely new fucking game. You could, that's the only reason patches should exist, to fix balancing issues, to make sure that way too overpowered characters are nerfed slightly so that they're more balanced with the rest of the characters in the roster, or something simple like that. In case the developers missed something, or they left something out, or they didn't check something just precisely. Not because there are major game-breaking bugs, like not being able to exit a tower after you've completed it. That's what happened in Batman Arkham Origins to a lot of players. My friend couldn't get 100% completion in Arkham Origins because the game wouldn't recognize that he did something that he actually did. That happened to me a few times when I played it. Just recently, I had to redo certain side missions because the game didn't recognize that I had done them. It's fucking bullshit. But this is where the industry is going. It is. It's going there, and there's not a fucking thing we can do to stop it. Because game designers don't really care about us. They just care about our money. And people who are fucking stupid will still buy their shit. People keep saying, people keep saying speak through your wallet or vote with your wallet or some shit like that. That doesn't matter. Because no matter how many people watch this video, there is still going to be someone out there who doesn't know all the fucked up stuff the game industry is doing to its customers and will buy its shit anyway. There's not a fucking thing we can do about it. Just sit back and watch the industry we all love go down the fucking toilet. And you know what? When it happens, because it happened before, I doubt something is going to save it. The last time there was a huge industry crash, Mario came out and saved the gaming industry. What are the odds that something like that is going to happen again? But maybe I'm wrong. I wish to Christ I am. I really hope that the industry gets its head out of its ass and actually starts making smart decisions for its customers. The only people that fucking matter. But probably not. I really hate to leave on this extremely low note, but I just wanted to talk about this. This stupid fucking practice that is only going to be more prevalent. Goodbye debugging of games. All the people who are supposed to be looking for bugs and glitches and shit, they're all probably going to get fired. Because we can just patch any problem we don't catch. I'm I No Mercy the Mad Hatter. I'll see you later.